Black Moon Rising from 1986. I've said it before, but if a movie you've never heard of has big stars in it, then that movie probably stinks. Does Black Moon Rising break that rule? Watch to find out after the theme song.
Kyle's Reviews! Kyle's Reviews!
If you want to watch Black Moon Rising, check out the links in the description below. So, the summary for this says science fiction action thriller. And all those words are lies, except for fiction. Yeah, the premise is there's a car that runs on hydrogen, but that's just a MacGuffin. That doesn't matter at all. What it is a burglar. And burglar steals the car, and the other burglar's trying to get it back. So, it's boring. There's a few fights, nothing special though. So, like I say, these guys who created this car, that's what they call the Black Moon Rising for some reason. And they are getting ready to try and sell it or find a bidder. And meanwhile, Tommy Lee Jones is working for the government, who hires him to steal a computer disk from the company they suspect of doing dirty business, but they can't prove it. So Tommy Lee Jones goes in, and we have some action scene there. And he's trying to run from the bad guys who work for the company. So he stashes the computer disk in the supercar. Then they go to Vegas for reasons. And Linda Hamilton's character is a car thief. So she steals that car and a bunch of other ones.
Oh my God, they're stealing the car.
They're stealing the cars!
Well, the government's on Tommy Lee Jones's back. The bad guys are on Tommy Lee Jones's back. So the government gives him 3 days to get the disc back, or the government's going to be pissed. So Tommy Lee Jones has to figure out what happened to the car. Well, it also turns out Linda Hamilton doesn't like her boss. Here's the boss's plan. The boss is trying to build a business and get a building built. So he's funding it by stealing cars and selling them. And of course, the head car thief, evil business guy has evil henchmen that don't hesitate to kill people. Even though one of the people he kills seems to be a rich oil executive from the Middle East, presumably, you would think that those people would miss him, but whatever. So it sounds like it's good. It's got all these competing elements. It's got Tommy Lee Jones. It's got the bad guys from the corporation. It's got the government. It's got the car thief corporate guy. It's got Linda Hamilton, but it's just boring. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's so slow. It's why are these things happening? So these guys invent this car, and they're pulling it around on the back of a trailer, just like an uncovered trailer for some reason. When Tommy Jones steals the disc, why isn't the government there to hand it over? How does selling cars to fund your construction a business plan? And so, things I noticed. Even as a younger man, Tommy Lee Jones had some big earlobes. Now, supposedly your earlobes keep growing as you age, and I've noticed older actors with huge earlobes. You'd think there'd be some kind of surgery just to snip that off? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's much there. Get rid of that extra skin. Once they go in, they break into they have to break into the building, and he teams up with the guys that own the car. They go in through the sewer, but for some reason, Tommy Lee Jones goes in through the roof from the next door building, the building next door. There is a stunt that one of the Fast and the Furious movies totally ripped off. But even then, they make it boring. So, and then finally, there is a fight on top of the building that's still under construction. And you can see there's like a railing there and there's no windows. And so they're fighting and nobody's punched off over the railing. That's just sad. So I am going to give Black Moon Rising 4 thumbs down. Crime is so boring, I nearly turned this one off. Terminate this one.